Hey guys, so I'm here to do a weight loss vlog. I am almost 6 months into my weight loss journey and I have lost 53 pounds. I am 247 pounds. I made a goal to get to 250 by May 20th and I did it. I did announce this in one of my other videos, but I'm announcing it in my official weight loss vlog now. So it's about that time for me to come back and kind of talk about what I've been doing and what's been different since my last milestone of 20 pounds. So there's a couple different things I've been doing. So I'm going to just go over my routine really quickly because that's one of the most common things I've been asked about this. I am in New York this week, so I am a little thrown off, but I will talk about that in a second. So my normal routine is that I wake up in the morning and I run for a half hour. The reason I do that is because my body is lying dormant all night, so I exercise in the morning to kind of give my body that little boost of a metabolism boost, I guess. That way I'm kind of like jump starting myself before I eat. Then I eat breakfast. Breakfast is a love-hate relationship with me because most of the time I'm not hungry at breakfast. But what I found is that if I don't eat anything at breakfast, by the time lunch rolls around or even before then, I'm so hungry and then I want to eat like everything in sight. So what I'll do is I'll just eat a little something for breakfast just to have something on my stomach. And I find that really, number one, it keeps me from getting the urge to like overeat later on in the day, but also it really helps with my energy level, because when I don't eat breakfast I do feel kind of lethargic and blah. So when they say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, I can't argue with that. Moving on, so during that time I can have a snack. Lately I have not been having snacks during the day, but I have a snack. If I do eat a snack, it's like a half cup of fruit or something like that. I will get into exactly what I eat in a separate video, but after that I do try to exercise during the day, if that means just any little thing. I don't always have time to go to the gym because I work and you know, my job is really sporadic. I don't have like a set time. Like I work from these hours to these hours, so I just try to get as much exercise in where I can. So if that means like when I go to Walmart or if I'm at Target, I'll park at the back of the parking lot and walk. And it seems like something so small, but doing those little extra steps, they really help. Another thing is that in my neighborhood, if there's somewhere that I can walk to, I will not drive. The grocery store closest to me is about almost a mile away, and I walk there. And the funny thing is, when I first started doing that, it was like really difficult for me, but I'm going to get into that in a second. So after lunch, then I try to exercise again if I can. That's usually, if I go to the gym, that's usually when I would do it, is after lunch. And I make lunch my biggest meal of the day. The reason that is because you have more time to burn off whatever you eat at lunch than you do at dinner. Before, my biggest meal was dinner, and even though I wasn't like eating like I was before, prior to the weight loss thing, I wouldn't be hungry like at breakfast. I would snack during the day and then I'd be so hungry I would eat a bunch of food at night. So the way I do it now is that I'm eating a lot less, but I don't feel hungry because I'm eating better foods that are more nutritious. I'm actually eating more than I did in the past. So for dinner, I keep things pretty light, and I found that it's worked good for me. And one of the reasons you want to keep dinner light, because like I said, you don't have as much time to burn it off. So whatever you eat, you can like lay right down on that. And some of you may have heard the analogy or the phrase or whatever, that you don't want to go to bed directly after eating. And I always heard that, but now I actually know why you don't want to do that. It's because you're not going to have time to burn whatever you eat off. So that's a lighter meal. And also, I swim every day after dinner. So that's my routine. That's pretty much what I do, and I've been sticking to that, and it's been working for me. Another thing I have done is I have pretty much cut out aspartames, and that's like any type of artificial sweetener. When I first started this, I would eat like Lean Cuisines, those 100-calorie like cookie packs or snack packs, and I thought like, oh, these are diet food, so they're great. No, they're filled with a lot of things that aren't good. And the funny thing is, some of you may remember this, beginning of the year when I first started this whole thing, I actually was looking for something to drink in place of soda and juice. Like, not real juice, but like, you know, the juice that you buy at the grocery store, like not your apple juice or your cranberry juice that's filled with sugars. I wanted to drink something that was going to be more tastier than water, but I didn't want to drink Crystal Light. So a lot of people recommended sparkling water, and when you look at sparkling water, it has 0 calories, and that really got me thinking, like, how does this have 0 calories? Because it's water, it's carbonated, and it has a flavor to it. There's something going on here. So I started researching, and I found out about aspartames, and like I said, I will do a separate video devoted to that, because I've done a lot of research on it, and it's been very interesting just looking at the rate of obesity since aspartames were approved by the FDA. It's really interesting looking into those type of things. And since I've been losing weight in this weight loss journey thing, I've been an avid reader of everything that I consume in my body, and it gets a lot harder when you're traveling and different things like that. I'm not going to say that I'm perfect 100% of the time. I do have my days, but I find that sometimes, you know, I feel like I have less of those days though. When I first started, I feel like I would have bad days and then I would just run with it. Whereas now, if I have a day where, you know, for whatever reason I get off track, I regroup, and the next day I'm ready to get right back to what I was doing, and it becomes easier. They say that it takes 21 days to form a habit, and I don't know how true that is. It took me a little longer. But I got in the routine of doing these things, and it really does become easier over time. Losing weight is not easy. It really isn't. But you really do get used to it, and you get acclimated to it. A lot of people are doing a lot of different things, and I wish everyone luck on whatever diet or whatever they're doing. But for me, I can honestly say that it's a lifestyle change, and it's not a diet. I have to think differently about the choices that I make regarding food, the choices that I make regarding exercise. I have to actually think differently. Sometimes we focus so much on, you know, what we're going to eat or not eat. You know, you can go out and set yourself up, and I did that with other diets. I would go out and I would get rid of all the junk, and I would buy all this diet food or whatever the case may be, and my mind wasn't in the right place. Of course, yes, I want to lose weight, and to say I want to lose weight, that sounds good. That sounds like what you should be saying, what you should be trying to do, but you have to actually be mentally ready to actually do it. And I feel like this time I was actually ready to do it, and that's why I've had the success that I've had so far. My goal for this year is 100 pounds, and I'm really happy that before June I got under 250 pounds. So next month, let's set a goal. I'm going to be a little ambitious. Usually I go for 10 pounds a month. Since I'm at 247 right now, I'm going to go for 235. A little ambitious, but we can do it. And that's going to be, we're going to see how it's going to all work out. Because next month I have a lot of stuff going on, a lot of traveling, I'm going to be moving, just a ton of stuff. And that's when it gets really challenging. When you have a routine and you're suddenly thrown out of that routine, and now you have to kind of operate a different way, it definitely is, it's a shock, you know, a big difference. So, and sometimes it's hard to keep the consistency when you're out of your element. So we're going to see how it all works out. But 235, I think that that's obtainable. That's 12 pounds. I really think that I can do it. I'm really going to try to do it. And I want to say to some of you out there, if you set a goal and you don't meet the goal, don't feel bad. You know, I saw one YouTuber who she lost like 13 pounds, but her goal was 20 pounds. Like, that's still an amazing feat. I actually, a while ago, I actually calculated how much weight I was gaining per month, because there was a point where I started, you know, I kind of thought back over the last 2 years, and I was like, okay, when was the last time where I was at, you know, ideal decent weight, or when's the last time I was at my goal, what my goal is now, when was the last time I was at that weight? And I thought, and that was like 2 years ago, and I then calculated like how much weight I had gained and how, you know, and just, you know, averaged it out. I was averaging 5 pounds per month, and now I'm losing 10 pounds per month. So the thing is that you may not lose, you know, you're not gonna lose 100 pounds in 1 week. You know, come on. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. You didn't get however you are now overnight. So it takes time. So stick with it, and you have to kind of find little milestones for yourself and kind of just say, okay, you know, when I get here. And for me, I think it's really a thing about accepting who I am. Accepting who I am, because I am really quick. I want to tell you guys a story. When I was in high school, I went to school with this girl who, she was a bigger girl, and she had so much confidence. She just exuded confidence, and I don't know whether she really had that confidence or if she just put up a damn good front, but it really seemed like she really was confident in who she was. Fast forward years later, we got a gym membership together, and we were working out, and you know, she was never really down on herself. She always was the type of person who was like, you know what, I am going to look fabulous at whatever weight I am, because this is something that comes from inside. She actually liked who she was as a person, and then she just was like, okay, I want to improve upon that. And I think that sometimes it's hard to get to that place where you stop nitpicking yourself, because I really thought back, when I was at my goal weight, I did not like myself. I was not like, oh, I'm so fine or whatever. No, I constantly found something wrong with myself. Of course, now, if I knew then what I knew now, I would have just toned up some things and it would have been fine. But you know, I constantly nitpicked, like, this isn't right and this isn't right. You know what? I honestly, at this point, I feel like, you know what? I'm happy with who I am as a person, and everything else is an improvement upon myself. So I feel like whatever weight that I lose, I'm dedicated. I know that my heart's in the right place. I know that I'm trying. And I think that's one of the biggest things. As long as you know that you're doing what you need to do, you can't cheat yourself. And I did this so many times with other diets where you know, I hate to call it's not a diet, but you know, different programs I tried to do. I would lie to myself, oh, if I just have this now, you know, oh, I make up for it later and never do, or whatever. You can't, all you do, you're only hurting yourself. You're cheating yourself, because whether you're willing to admit it or not, you're going to see it on the scale. So you're really just cheating yourself, and it's not really anything productive coming out of it. So I just want to encourage you all to just get to a point. And it's hard. It doesn't happen overnight. But get to a point where you're comfortable being you. And being comfortable being you doesn't mean that you're just accepting that, oh, I'm fat and I'm going to be that way. No, but it means accepting, like, just being present, standing present in the moment and saying, hey, this is where I am right now. And this is where I want to go. I can either have a pity party for myself, or I can get it together, get it in gear, and get towards my goal. And get to that point. Do whatever you have to do to get to that point. And sometimes, you know, whether it's affirmations or whatever you need to do it. Because you'll be happy that you did. And I just want to say thank you to everyone out there who's been watching my videos and following along with this. And kudos to all the other weight loss bloggers out there who are, making blogs about this stuff because it's something that's very personal, and I really commend people who are able to get out there and talk about their insecurities and everything in front of the camera, because it's not easy. So thank you guys for watching. As always, if you want to keep up with what I'm doing with my weight loss and just my life in general, follow me on Facebook and Twitter /OnyxBeauty1988, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I'll be doing more weight loss videos every week, and I'll be talking about everything that's going on with me and my journey to becoming the better me. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.